I think
Like everybody.
you crush on every girl that's on screen that's like young.
What? Bro,
You got Jessie. You got X-23. You got Zendaya.
Jesse is 20-something years old.
You got the Pink Ranger.
And you got 11.
Naomi Scott. Listen.
You got Millie Bobby Brown.
I'm
Millie
14,
Bobby Brown.
Okay? Leave me alone.
His hormones
Leave me
are
alone.
raging, guys.
Leave me alone. I'm 14. My body's changing.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Talking Nerdy Podcast, where we talk about all the latest comic book movie news that's happened in the week or two past. Today we have a lot to talk about, and we also have to talk about a ranking system for all the Spider-Man movies, and of course, spoiler talk for Spider-Man Homecoming. So before we get started, I want to introduce you guys to the panelists we have today with us. Returning, as always, or he wasn't here last time actually, is Eunice for The Flash.
What's up, guys?
I also have a new guest coming in, Liam.
Yo, what's up? DC Marvel Unite.
Nobody knows your page. All right, and then I also have Xavier coming in as well.
562 in the house. What's up, everyone?
What's up? Why did I say that?
Cut.
All right. Before we get started, I want to do a quick promotion for Heroic Hollywood. They can post all the latest movie scoops and movie news. You can follow them at their website down below in the link description. I'll post the link in the description down below. You guys can check them out. So now we can get started with all the latest comic book movie news that we have. And basically the first thing I want to talk about is...
Stop.
Oh, real quick. Hey, pause it real quick, because my dog might bark right now. All right, let me just take care of him real quick. 30 seconds.
You hear like a gunshot. Let's take it real quick.
All right, I'm good to go. Got him.
So one of the first topics in the movie news I want to talk about is mostly the first topics are going to be Spider-Man related. Kevin Feige has revealed that Spider-Man will have actually roughly around the same amount of time as he did in Civil War. He will have around the same amount of time for Avengers Infinity War. And I want to know what you guys thought about that going on.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that.
I think it makes sense. I mean, it's not his movie, first of all. And he was very well used in Civil War. And I guess
for a good 20 minutes.
Yes.
I hope he gets to meet like the Guardians or like some new Avengers. Like, I hope he interacts with people we haven't seen yet.
I'm sure he will. I really want to see Spider-Man and Rocket together. That's gonna be cool. And Spider-Man and Hulk.
Yeah.
Spider-Man and Hulk for sure.
Tom Holland said he wants to have like a scene with Hulk.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
They've been talking about for Spider-Man Homecoming 2 that it will take place minutes after Avengers 4. And also Spider-Man was going to be the jumping off point into their new, whatever they're going to call it, the new Phase 4 or whatever they're going to call it. It's going to be introducing a new version of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's going to take place minutes after Avengers 4. It's like, that's kind of crazy they're planning that far ahead.
Yeah, I don't know how they can do that.
Wow.
That Amy said.
Amy said a lot of things.
Amy Pascal says a lot of things, and we have a lot to talk about with what she says. The girl needs to relax. Real quick about the Civil War, Avengers Infinity War amount of time. Yeah, I guess if you count how much time he was on screen, it's like 10 minutes or something like that. But like, if you spread that out, you can go do a good chunk of time like they did in Civil War. He was a good amount for that second act of the movie. The ending of the second act of the movie, he was there for a lot of the film, and it worked perfectly.
Spider-Man is one of their most iconic heroes, and I feel like everybody loves him.
Not to mention, in the Spider-Man Homecoming intro, you see Spider-Man in the actual intro for the Marvel logo. I was like, yes.
Yeah, I know.
A little tear came down my eye, like, yes, he's home.
Didn't they show Spider-Man in the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 intro?
Nope.
Yeah, no. I mean, with the what?
No, they did not, because I trust me, I would have recognized that for sure. I look at these intros a lot when I do a lot of my editing. This intro, even though it's not a brand new logo, it's actually a little bit updated. It's a little bit updated, not just having obviously the new Spider-Man music with it and the Spider-Man in it. It felt a little tiny bit different. It was a little updated as well, I could tell. Something else that's come out here is that the director, John Watts, has not officially signed up for Spider-Man Homecoming sequel, whatever
You
it
better
is.
sign up.
Mhm.
He has to sign up.
And he's actually revealed that Marvel does actually have a timeline, like an actual scroll that they opened up and they revealed to him from the beginning of time in the Marvel Cinematic Universe to where they are now and where they want to head. There's an actual timeline that shows just everything from the minute details. And I'm like, that's something really interesting that they actually have. That Marvel has something like that.
Yeah, no, they're crazy detailed.
Do you guys even realize that Spider-Man Homecoming took place in 2020?
Yeah,
No,
2020. How?
Yeah.
How? The timeline is fricked up. Like, this is worse than Barry in season 2.
Yeah, tell me
this
about
is
it.
insane.
No, it's not effed up. It's still...
Yes, it is effed up.
How? It's good. John Watts had a timeline in front of him when he decided that it's going to take place in 2020. I'm sure it makes sense if we actually look across it. It takes place in 2020.
Then when did Civil War take place?
Yeah, 4 years ago?
Yeah,
Months prior.
Because he went from Berlin to New York
And
right
he was
away,
there
and
for
the
2
movie
months.
got going right away. That's my question there.
2 months later. 2 months later. So Civil War took place in 2020, 2019, I guess.
That's pretty
God
weird.
damn. And then Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 was 2014, correct?
Still.
Wow.
So when they show up in Infinity War, it's going to be like 6 years later, which was why Groot would be growing up again. You see that? Oh.
Wait,
they're
what?
thinking it.
What are you guys talking about?
Groot in 2014 is still a toddler, a little baby. So by the time he's 2020 or whatever Infinity War takes place, Groot would be all
Be a
grown
teenager?
up. No,
So he'd be even more relatable.
He will not be a teenager. He will not be a teenager.
That'd be great. That'd be funny.
We never talked about this in the last podcast. And I thought they were going to talk about this in Spider-Man Homecoming, but they did not. The Iron Man 2 scene with that little kid is officially revealed by Tom Holland, who talked to Kevin Feige, president of Marvel Studios. That little boy that Iron Man saved in the movie Iron Man 2 is actually Peter Parker. And now that caused a whole mess amongst the fans about like, why are they even doing that? That's stupid. But when it was a fan theory, everybody cheered for it. But when they became canon, now everyone's like against it for some reason. I'm like, why? It's just a fun little gag. Did they originally plan it like that? No.
No, of course not.
They just added a little patch over that spot. Like, why not just add a little layer right here? Why not?
It's fun.
I thought it was just a little fun little thing. People took it so serious and got so upset.
I liked it. It was a good...
Now when Peter's like, when he says to Iron Man, when he's like, I just want to be like you. Like that, it kind of scene, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah, it could have said, I remember when I was 5. I don't remember how old he was technically in Iron Man 2. Was he supposed to be 5?
Yeah, I mean...
Iron Man 2, 2020, and I gotta do all the math. 2020.
Yeah.
So he's 15 still in 2020, right? Oh,
God damn. So yeah, he's 5 because it came out in 2010. Wait, yeah, 2010.
Yeah, there you go. So when he
Hold up.
He was 5.
Oh, snap. That's right, it makes sense. No. That's why he was so tiny. He was a 5-year-old.
How did you say? How old is he right now? He's 15?
Yeah.
Yes.
And when did Civil War happen? 2016?
2019, apparently.
What the hell's going on, guys?
Yeah, I'm confused about it right now.
This is kind of the 2020 thing just dropped today. I never even realized it when he said 8 years.
I mean, didn't they mention the Stark Expo in 2018 in the movie though?
What do you mean?
What?
Stark Expo. What about it?
Doesn't it? They were saying it was 2018 though, right?
No, that was 2010 still. Iron Man 2 takes place in 2010. He was 5 years old. So in 10 years in the future, he's Spider-Man at 15 with Iron Man 2020.
Okay.
Bro, we're gonna make brains hurt.
I'm brain farting right now.
I know. Another thing that dropped again. There's a lot of Spider-Man news coming out like crazy. The Spider Sense. What happened to it? Now, John Watts came out and said that in the Spider-Man Homecoming movie, there's been a lot of renditions of the Spider Sense, and it's been used in other films. You see him use it when he dodges that sign that Bucky threw at him.
I don't think that was Spider Sense. I think that was just like a regular. I mean, that's a reflex. You see something facing towards you, you're gonna move.
Dude,
you're not gonna just watch it.
Eunice, he was facing the opposite direction. His eyes opened up and he ducked.
Yeah, I rewatched Civil War, and he definitely does have Spider Sense. He's like, oh god, and he dodged.
Yeah, like he's facing one way, he goes, oh god, he turns around and ducks. That's how fast it is.
But why did he just mention that out of the blue if he has it then?
He didn't, look, see, you're getting confused already. He didn't say he doesn't have it. They're just saying that in the movie they don't focus on it. They don't have a scene where time slows down or something like that. They don't focus on it.
Yeah, they did that in The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
that was
The Amazing Spider-Man 2, The Amazing Spider-Man 1, all the Spider-Man Sam Raimi movies, he has spider sense. That they slow down time when they show you all that stuff. They're not saying that Spider-Man Homecoming, Tom Holland's Spider-Man, does not have spider sense. They're just saying that they don't focus on it.
Yeah, I did a post on that. People took it out of context, but I guess that was my fault.
Even you, Eunice, just now, you got confused with what they were saying.
And I got confused.
In Spider-Man Homecoming, he does have spider sense. That scene where he jumps over the helicopter, swings through the window, and as he's sliding, he shoots his web at the piece of debris that catches the elevator. That has to be spider sense. How else would he have known to shoot that there, which would catch that, which would end up catching the elevator? Spider sense works like that.
And then it's spider sense.
Because if you imagine doing that with a spider sense scene where it would slow down time, the camera would like show the debris slide down, show the elevator slide back up. It'd be like a scene like that. So that was a spider sense scene.
And it would have been a 3-hour movie if they showed any spider sense. So I mean, we win. We all win.
Wait, didn't they announce that Angourie Rice, I believe that's her name, was playing Gwen Stacy like 2 weeks, 3 weeks before?
That was
a fan theory.
It was more than a fan theory.
No,
because even we reported it on this podcast. We talked about it as if it was canon.
Yeah.
That she was gonna be Gwen, because it wasn't like a fan theory. It was like supposedly leaked that she was going to be Gwen Stacy. It was supposedly leaked. And then when I watched the movie and it goes Betty Brant, I'm like, dang it.
I wish it was Gwen. Like, she's even wearing the freaking headband. I was pretty pissed.
Wearing the headband.
It's the headband that's really ruined it. Not the hair color or the outfit. It was the headband.
Yeah, no. My only qualm was that we didn't have any Jameson here. I mean, we didn't get to say, "Where's Parker?" That would have been cool. But I know he's still in high school, obviously. So, but it would have been pretty cool. And I remember when they were talking about the rumors that Ice Cube was supposed to play him.
That was never a rumor. It was never a rumor.
I would have.
It wasn't a
fan. That is just actually. It was never a rumor. It was just a fan casting that just kept getting bigger and bigger. I posted about it. I've been posting about it for the longest time. I've always been suggesting Ice Cube. I've actually talked about it with some coworkers today. Like today, I was just talking to some people about it, and people were like, "No." I'm like, listen, you've already had J.K. Simmons portray the perfect J. Jonah Jameson. You cannot.
Yeah, you're not gonna find somebody.
You will never get more comic book accurate than that.
Oh
so
no!
Now that you've had that, why try to recreate that when you should just try for something completely different? And I'm like, Ice Cube. That is completely different while still keeping the same, feel of the character, but being completely fresh. And I'm like, if you don't believe me, watch 21 and 22 Jump Street. There's your
Yo, he was perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
He was perfect.
I know what you're thinking. Angry, black. It ain't nothing but a stupid stereotype.
All right, Mr. Jameson.
Well, guess what, motherfuckers? I'm black. And sometimes I get angry. And he's probably good with money.
300.
Suck a dick.
Oh. Well,
but he has recently. Not recently, but he has talked about it. They asked him, and he's like, "Listen, I don't remember his exact quote, but basically he was like, listen, if I'm not playing Spider-Man, I don't want it." That's all he ever said. He was kind of making a joke of it, so I don't really take that as a real no, but still.
Bro, Marvel is gonna give him some little green stuff, and
they're gonna back that truck up to him, and he's like,
exactly.
Well, all right, then.
Yeah.
Another piece of news again. Tom Holland's talking about how for Avengers Infinity War, he has no idea who he's fighting in some of these scenes.
Yeah, some green suits.
Some people in green and gray dotted suits and green screen and stuff like that. They don't tell him exactly what it is he's fighting. They won't show him a picture.
The Black Order.
They just kind of they're like, I imagine something like this, and try to fight that, and emulate what you're doing. And he's like, well, you have a picture you could show me or something? They're like, no, you can't. No, you can't.
I mean, didn't he spoil that he was going to be in in Infinity War, and that's why they dropped the ball while he was on Instagram Live.
Spoiled way too many things.
Yeah, and that's the reason why they don't want to tell him. I mean, if not, he's going to give us a part of the movie again, and I don't want anything.
I don't think he's ever really
spoiled
anything that we couldn't have already figured, or that it was ever that important. I don't think so.
Yeah, with those those other movies that they said were going to be in the MCU, I think he said 3 other movies or something like that, a trilogy or something.
Yeah, he confirmed the trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Spider-Man Homecoming, a trilogy, a third one.
Don't say Homecoming. I do not want it to be called Homecoming too.
Well,
It'll be prom.
Spider-Man. Okay, I'm calling it for the rest of this podcast. I'm always gonna call it Spider-Man Prom Date. Is the sequel to Spider-Man. I've called it in many other videos, and I'm calling it in this one too. Spider-Man Prom Date until it's officially named something else.
Yeah, Michelle Jones will be the date.
Michelle Jones, whatever.
But for real though, like, what would they call it? Like, I've been thinking about this. Like, Spider-Man coming of age. I don't know.
It's puberty.
That's
Graduation.
Yeah.
College
Graduation.
acceptance.
College acceptance. Spider-Man tax evasion. All right.
Or Spider-Man late registration.
Late registration. Pay your rent. Spider-Man rent. Fix the damn door. All right. So another piece of Spider-Man related news, because there's just a lot of Spider-Man stuff going on right now. Tom Hardy. Let's go back to Venom. What the hell is going on with Venom? When I posted the podcast, last episode of the podcast, we had basically just been acting up like, oh, he's going to be in the MCU, he's going to be in the MCU. The day I posted that podcast was the day that Kevin Feige and Amy Pascal, who God knows what's up with her, came up and said, no, he is not part of the MCU. And then some days later, Amy Pascal comes back up again, and she goes, well, he's in the same reality as Peter. And you're like, wait, what? So it's basically like two circles. Imagine like two circles that have a meeting place in the middle, a little meeting place in the middle. That meeting place is Spider-Man Homecoming. The circle on the left is Sony. The circle on the right is Marvel Studios. So Spider-Man, I guess Tom Holland can kind of jump between the two, I guess, in the same reality. I don't know exactly what she means. I'm guessing. I'm grasping at straws here.
Bring in Madam Web.
Yeah.
Problem solved. But I wouldn't ask Sony to bring in Madam Web. I don't know what to do with that. That's rumored for R rating. But even, you know what? Let's bring up the R rating thing again, because the rumor and reported whatever is going for R rating, which is great. Tom Holland cast for Venom, great. In the same reality, not in the MCU, whatever is going on with that, okay, I'm not sure. But now it's being reported that they got the director that did Zombieland. What's his name here? Ruben Fleischer, which is fine. I love Zombieland and all that. But Amy Pascal's basically just kind of said that because they got that director, the movie shall be very Zombieland-like, meaning a horror comedy.
I do not want it to be anywhere near a horror, bro. No, not a horror. Not a horror. I mean, not a comedy.
Yeah.
Comedy is just
the word comedy and Venom and Carnage should not be anywhere near each other in this little trifecta.
Exactly.
The idea of a horror film, I'm like, yes, horror action, I guess, is the way it should go. But the horror comedy, I'm like, listen, Zombieland is great and all, but not with Venom. It will not work. Don't try to Deadpool your way out of this, please.
Yeah.
And that's what she said, because someone needs to put tape over her mouth, because I don't know what she's saying lately.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You know, the new Marvel comics with Venomverse.
With all the different symbiotes.
Yeah,
we've talked about that in different podcasts. Yeah.
What is the storyline for like the Venom movie?
I don't know. There's no rumor for a storyline or anything.
Yeah, I know. Like, what could be the origin?
I have no idea, man. I have no idea where
really
it's going.
Or remember that movie Life? The one with Ryan Reynolds and Jake Gyllenhaal?
Don't bring up
Is that supposed to be anything about it?
No.
I mean, is that supposed to connect? Are they going to cop out? I mean, I hope not.
I saw Life. It is really... It could have been a Venom movie. They could legit call that Venom. And they made a couple little, like, cosmetic changes. And it would have been exactly like a Venom movie. That would have been like its own little spin-off, a little nothing. Little Cloverfield, little idea, kind of universe going on. And it's... Nope. I don't know what it went into. Life is just a throwaway movie.
Stop. On to the next one.
Next.
Well, let's say one good thing about it. Lockjaw was adorable.
Yeah. I like Lockjaw.
For those 2 seconds at the end of the trailer, we're like, yeah. And then everything else was like, huh?
Oh.
Stop.
Wait, why isn't Black Bolt speaking?
he got hit and he went like,
That was when he sent like the car flying.
Yeah, he went like,
Bro, that's so much because people actually thought I was serious when I said on your post, Jose. I was like, bro,
Why do you trigger people, man? Why are you triggering people?
I said, not 1 ounce of dialogue by Black Bolt. Everybody's like, dude, are you serious? Stick to Flash. Do this and that. Oh my god.
All right, another report coming out here is that Alicia Braga has been reportedly cast in the role that was originally rumored to go to Rosario Dawson, yes, for the New Mutants movie, which I'm really interested in the New Mutants movie because it's superpowered kids with a horror element. And I'm like, well, that sounds different and new. Let's see that.
So this isn't the Dark Phoenix, right?
No, this is not Dark Phoenix.
No.
This is not Deadpool. This is not X-Force. This is New Mutants, which has a really cool premise where they're going with, take out the X-Men name out of it, take it out, and you got superpowered kids, but in a horror movie. And I'm like, well, that sounds kind of interesting to me. So let's see.
Bro, how are you gonna put kids in a horror movie and make them the main characters?
We'll make them teenagers or something, like the classic horror movies do. The black kid dies first, always.
For New Mutants. Because in Logan when it was Laura and all those little mutants, that would have been a really cool movie. Like, almost like I don't know.
Yeah, they kept calling them the New Mutants. They did.
Film together.
I know those are not the New Mutants. I know those are not the characters you're going to be seeing in the New Mutants movie. But I'm just saying in Logan, they kept calling them the New Mutants. And I'm like, that's a reference. Alright, another piece of news that's dropping. 20th Century Fox has released or revealed, what is it, 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 6 new Marvel movie release dates for their X-Men, Fantastic Four movies coming out. And they have not attached any movies to this. Now, does Deadpool 2 have a release date already? Is it one of these, or is it its own separate release date? I did not look
Well, it's like next year, so...
It's next year. Okay. Alright, so Deadpool is 2018. So these are all 2019 and 2020, and one in 2021. So these are all not Deadpool 2. So
okay,
we got June 7th, 2019, November 22nd, 2019, June... I lost my place. March 13th, 2020, June 26th, 2020, October 2nd, 2020. That's 3 movies in 2020 for Fox.
Okay,
two movies in June, 2 movies in 2019, and so far just 1 movie in March 5th, 2021. What are all those movies going to be?
We're getting that Fantastic Four reboot with the kids.
No.
That Incredible
The family-friendly movie?
Family-friendly, Incredibles, Fantastic Four.
God,
and
no.
Then obviously going to get Deadpool 3.
Okay.
And
that leaves you with 4 more options. Dark Phoenix?
I think X been confirmed.
Is Dark Phoenix in 2019 or is that 2018?
Yeah, it's 19, I believe.
No, it's 2018. It's New Mutants, Deadpool 2, and X-Men Dark Phoenix. That's 3 movies.
In 2018?
Yeah.
So you got 4 other movies, dates available for whatever they're going to do here.
Better get an X-23 movie.
X-Men reboot? No, not reboot. Wolverine?
Honestly, I'd really want to take
Gambit. What happened to Gambit? Let's get Gambit.
Oh, no. That's not even happening.
Channing Tatum?
Oh, God.
They can't even find a writer for it.
At least, Flash can't even find a director.
Did Channing Tatum leave?
No, he didn't leave yet.
People are at Shazam.
He didn't officially leave yet.
Alright, but, I'd really want to take the time if they're going to do a Laura X-23, Wolverine film. I really want Daphne Keane to play her when she's older. I want them to wait until she gets older because of how good she played the role at this age.
Yeah. Or they could have, little mutant adventures and just keep her at that age.
Anything. I just need Daphne Keane as X-23.
Yeah.
I think
everybody
you crush on every girl that's on screen that's young.
What? Bro,
you got Jessie, you got X-23, you got Zendaya.
Jessie is 20-something years old.
You got the Pink Ranger.
And you got 11.
Naomi Scott. Listen.
You got Millie Bobby Brown.
I'm
Millie
14,
Bobby Brown.
Okay? Leave me alone.
His hormones are raging, guys.
Leave me alone. I'm 14. My body's changing.
Oh my god.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Oh my gosh. All right. I had something. What was next here? The Jumanji trailer, guys. What'd you guys think of that?
I know. Why do it?
I'm not gonna lie. I actually had some good laughs in the trailer, and I'm not 100% against it. I'm not 100%.
I mean, it got a lot of hate. I mean,
of course it's gonna get hate. Everything gets hate on the internet. But like, I watched the trailer and I honestly had a good few laughs in it. So I'm like,
everybody at the theater loved it too. They showed it at the homecoming tonight when I saw it. Everybody loved it.
Yeah, Jack Black as a teenage girl.
Some people were like, that's when they opted out. Some people were like, that's when they thought it was pretty funny. I thought it was funny. I think
I'm an overweight middle-aged man.
The Rock playing a wimpy kid is great. Where he's like, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry.
The Rock playing anything is good. Rocky just makes stuff better.
I like The Rock. The Rock is one of those actors that you hate him or you love him. Like, you're immediately annoyed that he's like just is everywhere, or you love him because he's such a fun person to be around. So
Kevin Hart is everywhere. Kevin Hart is everywhere.
When I was
they team up again.
You're right. They played the Jumanji trailer, right, at the homecoming premiere I went to last night. And I remember the trailer goes, it starts, all right, Jumanji. I'm looking around, I'm like, let's see how many people here are going to react when it says Jumanji on screen. And then boom, it says, the kid reads that line, and then it goes, Jumanji on screen. I hear a girl 2 seats away from me. Are you kidding me? Come on, why are they going to do this? And then the trailer ends, and I look over at her, and she's like smiling. And I'm like, you see, like, you can hate all you want, but and then I looked at her, she's like, it looked, all right, it looked okay. And I'm like, there you go.
Well, but let's put it this way, though. I mean, the thing is, a lot of people have that allegiance to Robin Williams. I mean, and even when I did an Aladdin fan cast, like 20% of the comments were, you can't replace Robin Williams. Robin Williams is the greatest. Why are they going to ever make another Aladdin movie? So same thing with Jumanji. They just don't want to see anyone outside that's not Robin Williams in it.
Honestly, what was the last rumor we heard about the Aladdin movie? Was that Will Smith
is supposed to play the genie?
Is rumored to play the genie. And we talked about this in one of the podcasts before, and I basically said like you can't just grab Robin Williams audio and do the genie. I'm like, you can't do that. It would just be weird. It wouldn't fit.
From Hancock.
It wouldn't fit.
Hey yo.
So I'm like, you have to bring someone with a huge personality that comes along with their voice. So listen, some options were again The Rock, Will Smith is a great choice, Kevin Hart again. Because Kevin Hart's
Ice Cube.
Ice Cube. He's just like, what you want, motherfucker? He's like, you got 3 wishes.
And
what you
when
want?
the rumors came out for Will Smith for the genie, people immediately started hating. No, it doesn't work. It doesn't fit. I'm like, you don't know if it doesn't fit. You don't know what this genie would look like. You don't know what this version of Aladdin will come across. You don't know how it's gonna fit.
In the movie,
that's how everybody responds to fan casts.
Exactly, they flip out. They think they know what the studio is gonna do. You don't know.
Yeah.
In the Aladdin movie, all I need is Naomi Scott's Princess Jasmine, and I'm good.
Oh my god.
Yeah, since we were talking about Kevin Hart, I think he'd be perfect for Iago.
Yeah.
I can see that the bird?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Oh, Kevin Hart for the bird would be great. Oh. You can't get Gilbert Gottfried come back though?
I mean, he was great, but I mean, maybe you do have to go a different direction. If not, then it's going to bring that nostalgia, and then we're back to the Robin Williams thing.
All right, another report coming in, and this is hot off the press. Not really; it's a couple days old. Nick Fury was rumored and now is reportedly actually cast or being brought in for Captain Marvel. He will actually be in Captain Marvel with Brie Larson, which is bringing these 2 actors together after doing Kong Skull Island.
Where is this man?
Where has he been this whole time?
What was his last movie again?
God, it was
Age of Ultron?
Age of Ultron was the last time he appeared in a Marvel movie.
Oh, damn,
and
yeah.
Do you know that they said that, Robert Downey Jr. was always the main person they were going to go for Spider-Man Homecoming, but if they could not get him, that Nick Fury would have been Spider-Man's mentor in Spider-Man Homecoming as the second option.
Ultimate Spider-Man.
Speaking of that.
That's the first thing I thought. It was Ultimate Spider-Man, the animated series. That
would have been different. Would have been cool.
No, but that's not pretty much the only problem I had with Homecoming. They did not mention Uncle Ben once. They like kept Tony
They
Stark as
hinted
like
at it
some-
at one point. They
Shut up!
hinted at
Like
it.
what Aunt May went through when they said that. No.
Uncle Ben
Don't-
died recently.
Uncle Ben is the reason why why Peter becomes Spider-Man.
Uncle Ben died like 6 months ago, man. 8 months
Yeah, he
ago.
got over it pretty quick, if that's the case.
Very quick.
I didn't say no one said he got over it.
And it's
I'm
not
nervous
even
wreck.
that. Like, I wish they at least mentioned the scene with great powers comes great responsibility, and when he sees himself like on the floor with the half mask, they say that, not the freaking.
Nope.
If you don't have,
I don't think it should have said anything. I think it's just been facing the water in the mask. I think it should have been dead quiet. Because I feel like it could have been great power, great responsibility. It could have been without the suit you're nothing, or whatever his line was. Either one, I wanted it to be quiet. I actually didn't like
I would have been tearing. I would have been crying rivers if that happened. Like if they said with great power comes great responsibility, right there, that would have been insane.
Mm-hmm.
There was one thing I didn't like about Home. Like, not that I didn't like, but I wish they expanded
Get out! Don't even say. I don't want to hear it.
Alright,
what is it?
So when Peter saves Vulture, right?
I thought that was great. By the way, go ahead.
Like it just like Peter's like lying there with him, and then they just like they didn't show us what happened. They just went straight tied up.
They showed Peter tied him up, left a note.
It would have been cool though if like I don't know they had a conversation.
I mean, what else can really be said? What would you have wanted them to say?
It would have been like, it would have been a touching moment, I guess. I don't know, just to show like that Peter, like he's better than him, I guess.
The guy saved them instead of making him die. What are you talking about?
No, I don't know. It would have been cool to like see a conversation.
Well, are you talking about something that happened like in Spider-Man 3 when he had a conversation with the Sandman? Like something like that. That was kind of corny.
Forgiveness, guys. Forgiveness.
Where did these guys come from? Where did these guys come from?
Let's talk about forgiveness. Oh, man. Okay, some bad news actually did come out. Is actually that Stan Lee's wife died on the cusp of Spider-Man Homecoming being released.
Oh, yeah.
Joanne Lee has passed away.
Sad.
And that was actually pretty sad. And I believe Marvel Studios, or at least Marvel Entertainment, has actually released a tribute video to her.
Yeah.
I saw Boss Logic's tribute. That was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That was really good.
Oh, I didn't see that.
It's like her spirit just holding Stan Lee's hand as he's drawing Spider-Man.
Oh, dang. Yo. Why is Boss Logic gotta pull my strings like that?
Yeah.
First it was with Adam West.
I got no strings attached to you.
Hey, but I got to be honest. Joanne Lee and Stan Lee are relationship goals, man. I hope to be with my wife as long as they were together. That would be something.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. So those are all the news topics that we wanted to cover briefly for everything that's happened in the last week or two. So now we actually want to get into a spoiler discussion, even though we've already kind of spoiled every little small things here and there during this first half of the podcast. But we're going to be talking all about Spider-Man Homecoming right now, all spoilers. So let's get right into it. Mary Jane, guys, she's there.
Yeah, that was one of the few low moments of the film.
Oh,
one of the few though.
It's just, I feel like Michelle is like a phase she's going through. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
I loved Michelle. I loved Michelle.
I loved it too. But she's like, it's not Mary Jane. I want Zendaya as Mary Jane. She can definitely pull it off. But I don't know. This character was not Mary Jane. Like Liam said, I hope it's a phase, and like she's gonna be the team captain now. Hopefully, she's gonna get more noticed and stuff. So hopefully, she'll,
It's honestly, like Zendaya. She's hot, right?
Zendaya, yes, but Zendaya is obviously really, really attractive. This character she's playing, Michelle, or MJ, as she reveals herself to be, is very much like an outcast that's being, that's smart in her own way and is actually in this group. And I don't even know how to describe her. She brings this introspective viewpoint to everything, and it's kind of funny. You could completely cut her out of the movie, and the movie would not change at all.
Yeah.
It's like a Shailene Woodley thing in the Amazing Spider-Man universe.
But it's just like a oh damn, Shailene Woodley, MJ. Damn, you went way back for that. But listen,
yeah, it's the same thing, like you said, bro.
But with MJ, what she brings to the movie is, she doesn't bring anything to the movie except just comedy moments and everything like that. But the look she gives them is priceless at the end there. Like, she looks at him the same way that, that Gal Gadot looked at Chris Pine in that interview. It was fantastic.
Take it from here.
I think my mind's telling me no. This is a superhero film. This is a superhero film we've all seen. My body's telling me yes.
Yeah, never mind.
No, like, yeah, once that look came, I was like, okay, yeah, that's Mary Jane.
No.
They're gonna be together for for years.
I like
that you hit the jackpot.
I like this version of Mary Jane then. Of MJ. I like this version of MJ with this new viewpoint that she kind of is an outcast. She's kind of an outsider. And yeah, she's like a little emo girl, but she's not really emo. She's weird. She's just weird. And...
You gotta talk about the middle finger scene, though.
Oh my God. That was awesome.
I took my little brother to see the movie, and then he was like, "Wait, what is that?" I'm like, "No, put it down, put it down."
No. Oh my God.
I'm just glad she didn't date Flash Thompson in this one.
All right, let's talk about Flash because I want to talk about Flash. People are like, yeah, why is Flash like this and not the way we remember him being the jock that's beats up Peter?
I liked him.
I'm like, I liked what's Tony? The actor's name is Tony. Yeah. I like Tony's version of Flash because you got to remember, this is not high school. This is almost a prep school. This is a science school.
Yeah.
So why would a dumb jock bully be in a private school? Pretty much, it wouldn't make sense. You have to have a smart kid that's part of the decathlon, whatever the group is. So he's actually in the same social group as Peter, which is kind of funny. They're kind of forced to be together. And, the penis Parker thing was great at the party.
Yeah, because you can't call him Puny Parker.
Why can't he do Puny Parker?
Oh, you can't call him Puny Parker because he's smaller than Peter Parker in the film. So that's it's understandable why they went with Penis Parker.
Which, speaking of penises, the computer that
he just said, speaking of penis.
That line, I was looking at porn.
That was awesome.
When that part came up and she's like, "What are you doing here?" In my head, I'm like, looking at porn. I'm like, they don't got the balls to say that. They will not say that. And he goes, I was looking at porn. I'm like, yeah.
That was the most relatable. There is a lot of comment of the movie.
That was so. And the fact
that's the best wingman you can ask for, man.
The chairman. He's not a wingman. He's the chairman.
That's cool.
All these. How many Arrow and DC jokes were in this movie? It's like
Flash, man. Eunice, you should know this.
Exactly, the Flash joke. The part with the Arrow, with the Arrow voice, when he's like the interrogation voice. That was an Arrow joke right there. It's got to be. And there's also the people in the chair. It's all about the ABC shows, the CW shows.
Way past puberty, Jose. Come on, why are you voice crack?
All the CW shows, you always got to have the people in the chair. And then he's got his own person in the chair now too. Like it was all about that, and I loved it.
No lie, I like him better than Felicity.
Hobgoblin though. Well, Ned.
Yeah, he's better than Felicity.
I know. My gosh.
Yeah, Liam. I don't think they're gonna go the Hobgoblin route though.
They don't need just because he got that character. Screw that character. You don't need to bring Hobgoblin. Keep Ned the way he is. He's awesome.
I'm pretty mad that he's not Genki though. I wish he was.
Yeah, he's Genki.
Speaking of Genki, that Miles Morales reference.
My nephew. I got a nephew here.
I got a nephew here in the Bronx. You're like, I'm like, Miles is
he's not
Miles, right? Like they said, Miles coming in the future.
No,
Kevin Feige
does exist in the universe. He said that he may exist in this movie. Pretty much confirmed. Miles Morales does exist in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
He must be like Kevin a baby.
He's very, very, very young, but still, he's there. Which means
Tom
Holland, you're gonna die.
Feige said it's something he'd like to explore in the future.
I hope Donald Glover returns as the Prowler and he suits up.
I love Donald Glover. I love Childish Gambino.
He was awesome in the movie. He was in 2 scenes, and you're like, he's one of the standouts. Just because he's like, yo, I got ice cream in here. You gonna cut?
Yeah, that was friggin' awesome.
He was like that part. He was like a Zendaya. Like he was an outcast from all the other characters.
He's like, I'm not trying to shoot nobody back in time.
And the way he says that with that cool swagger to it, you're like, dude, like I ain't trying to shoot somebody back in time. I'm just trying to mug somebody or whatever it is he's trying to do. Is there any negative to this movie, guys? Like I can't find anything. I love
like I said, it's the only thing I have is with the Uncle Ben. That's it. There's nothing else that I have.
A little more of a reference to Uncle Ben, maybe. Sure.
Yeah.
That whole running through the neighborhood scene was a direct reference to, and they even showed the movie in the background. It was a direct reference to Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah.
And that was when they first started talking about Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man Homecoming. He said they want to aim for a John Hughes movie. John Hughes is the guy who directed Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And if you've seen that movie and you look at this movie, you get that same feeling throughout. Not even only during that chase through the neighborhood. Like, it's got that very John Hughes feel. He's a kid trying to just make it, try to get his decathlon in time. He's trying to basically go run through the highway. That whole scene with the highway running back and forth was awesome. And when he got stuck in the damage control vault, and he's just sitting there, just hanging upside down, that was a fun back and forth with Karen. Karen, there's a robot from SpongeBob.
Oh,
it's the AI.
Wait, that was your meme, Jose. Now I get it. Oh my god.
Yeah, when he names his AI, the AI, it was technically Jarvis's, even though Jarvis is gone. Jarvis's wife is Karen. Karen is what Spider-Man names as the
and
AI
he was gonna name
suit.
Liz.
He was gonna name it Liz. That would have been so cheesy. I'm like, is he gonna name it?
Weird.
I'm like thinking, like, what if he named it like Gwen or something like that? That would be kind of weird. But like, I don't know, that would have been something. But
yeah, but quick. Oh, go ahead.
Karen. Just to be honest, I'd name it Jesse. Like, in all honesty.
Oh my god.
We already know.
What else?
Hey, really quick. Do you guys say? I don't know why, but when I was watching all like Vulture and all the bad guys, Shocker and the Tinkler, did it kind of remind you of the Wrecking Crew, but like, of course, a more humanized version of it?
Yeah, I could see that. Crew. You're right. I could see that.
Yeah.
But like, there are none of those characters of the Wrecking Crew. By the way, the whole Shocker thing was like when he kills the first guy who called himself Shocker, right? He kills that guy. And like, yeah, forget that guy. And he gives the stuff to Herman Schultz, who becomes the actual Shocker. When he first makes the joke about the Shocker, like, ooh, he calls himself the Shocker. Ooh, I'm shocked. And then cut to the ferry where Herman Schultz gets knocked out by Spider-Man, and Spider-Man's like, man, the other guy was so much better than this. And he goes, I'm shocked. And then just like, oh my gosh. He didn't even know the guy's name was Shocker. He just said that one line. I'm shocked.
And I like the jacket he was sporting though, the first Shocker.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you noticed,
that was pure Shocker.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I'd like a jacket like that one day.
I thought he'd get a mask. I don't know.
Okay, where's one plot hole, guys? I thought of it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to ruin the moment. All right. Now, when he brings Peter to the dance, we're going to talk about that whole father-daughter stuff in a second. When he brings Peter to the dance, and he realizes Peter is Spider-Man, and then Peter goes into the dance, talks for like 5 minutes, gets changed, and goes back outside, Shocker's there. Why was Shocker at the dance? How would he have been there so fast? How would he have been there so fast?
I'm pretty sure he called him. I mean, bro,
when would he have called him? He didn't realize he was Spider-Man until he pulled up at the dance. When he pulled up at the dance, that's a 5-minute window to go from wherever Shocker was to go all the way to the bus station, the bus stop, behind the school.
Maybe pointing his gun at Peter. He was texting.
Shut up.
You could say it, but how is that? I didn't want to mention it because that's a huge plot hole. It's not huge, but it's a plot hole. It's one little string I can pull. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's the only thing I just thought of. It was
Look what you did.
I ruined the movie's. It lost all.
It's terrible.
It's a terrible movie, guys. It's negative on Rotten Tomatoes. It's got a rotten review.
Vulture had a Savitar moment though. He was like connecting all the dots.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about that scene where everything's going. He loses the suit. It's sad. And then he starts going through the montage. He's getting ready for the dance. He's got the date. Everything's okay. The music's playing. Door opens and the music just stops. And it's just him. You're like, oh my god. The air left the theater I was in. Everyone was like,
Some people thought like Vulture found out his secret identity.
Yeah, a lot of people thought that for the first couple seconds, and you're like, oh wait, no, this is what's really going on. How much did it remind you? I talked about this in my review, but how much did it remind you of that scene in 22 Jump Street where he meets the father of the girl he's dating?
Oh, Ice Cube, yeah.
Yeah, Ice Cube again. See?
Yeah, that actually kind of,
My parents are here too.
Maya, hurry up. You
found the table she wanted.
It's almost the exact same moment, but here it's just hilarious. That whole back and forth and scene where he's like taking pictures and he keeps looking to the side all awkward.
That film by Peter Parker, I need that. That was nice.
That's my Peter right there, like just like so nervous.
Yeah.
But that scene would not work if Michael Keaton was not such a terrifying villain.
Michael Keaton's amazing. Like he's
now
he's
one
a beast.
I can't believe you can say Vulture, a second-rate Spider-Man villain, is now one of the Marvel Cinematic Universe's best villains so far.
Yeah.
He was
because he's not trying to take over the world.
He's just trying to take care of his family and himself. That's it.
He's just trying to do his job and take care of his family, and that's that.
And I respect that. I like that.
That means I still say go to Civil War real quick. That Zemo is also one of the Marvel's best villains. I actually believe so. One, because he actually won in his twisted way, and two, because you actually feel for him. You actually see why he's doing what he's doing. You see his reasoning, and you can actually like sympathize with him. And that's
he's
one
more
of
on the psychological side, Zemo.
Exactly. So if for those that do think that Zemo is a good villain, that means like 2 out of the 3 best villains, the other one being Loki, but 2 out of 3 best villains are villains that are not trying to take over the world. They just have a point that they want to be made, you know? And
yeah, it's something Marvel needs to continue to do as they continue to progress.
Especially
I think
with
that
Thanos
would be the
coming
right
around the
direction to
corner.
go.
Especially with Thanos coming up around the corner here. But, yeah, Vulture. And he was so terrifying. The way he looked, the way he sounded, the sound effects from him.
I will hurt you and everybody you love.
You're like, yeah, you will. Oh, my God. That's such a cliched line to say, but when he said it, you're like, oh, my God.
Like, when he flew in and he grabbed, like, Spider-Man and he, like, dropped him out of the air.
I know.
That was good.
Yeah, that was.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, when he put him, like, when he dropped the thing on him, he's like, I'm not trying to hit you or something. And, like, when you hear Peter screaming, I felt for Peter. Like, his scream was just...
Oh, my God. That scene... Oh, I had a tear in my eye. Because that's when you really realize he's just a kid.
Yeah, he was screaming, like, calling for help.
He was crying, screaming. He had given up all hope, and he was like, help me, somebody out there help me. And you're like, oh my gosh. He gets beaten up and thrown around, and he makes jokes, and you got the mask on, everything's okay. But underneath is still a kid, and he's still a kid with that kid mentality. And he got pinned down, and he was scared he was going to die.
It was just, like, so Spider-Man, like, it just felt like...
It was so real. It wasn't even about being Spider-Man. It was just, like, scary. It was like, oh my God.
How?
It snapped you out of it. You're like, oh my gosh, this is actually, like, is he... You assume he's going to get out or something, but you're like, how? Like, is he okay? Like, you worry.
Like, you already knew it was going to be that comic book, like, moment.
I knew. The moment he was pinned down, I'm like, no way.
They're doing it, yeah.
And they did that comic book panel where he shows his full strength, and he just stands up and pulls all that off of him. And he's like, come on, Spider-Man, come on, Spider-Man. We're like, come on. That was one of the best scenes in the whole movie. That has got to be one of the best scenes in the whole movie, that part alone.
Yeah.
And I think it's pretty much official. Tom Holland's Spider-Man is the strongest Spider-Man we've seen on cinema to date. Stronger than Tom Holland. I mean, stronger than Andrew Garfield or Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
I mean, come on, he held the boat, that gigantic boat together, man. I mean, that was that right there. I was like, damn.
Jesus.
And in Civil War too, the tarmac, that thing that dropped on him.
Definitely.
That's like tons and tons of weight just dropping on you, and he held it barely at that time, but he held it.
I don't remember.
You notice Iron Man said that Cap was taking it easy on him.
Mm-hmm. He did.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, he did drop that freaking tarmac on him.
Well, that thing on him. It wasn't the tarmac. The tarmac is what they're standing on.
How Spider-Man was. Like, what if he didn't, like, catch that?
Well, I think Cap is a pretty good judge of fighting skill and stuff like that.
He did.
Oh my gosh, this movie was fantastic. I gave it a 10 out of 10 in my review, and
I
it
gave it-
was beautiful.
Yeah.
It's really hard. Besides that one little plot hole I could find, the movie's pretty much flawless from what I could see. Now maybe I'm being like objective or subjective, whatever, which one of the two words it is, because I'm a huge Spider-Man fanboy. But I love the movie, guys. You guys
I love
can
it
find
too.
anything else?
Can we talk about the Iron Spider suit?
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, the money shot, baby. I got
Yeah.
3 things to talk about in that scene. 3 things.
Next time, baby. It was like they have so many. Well, I'm gonna do a post on
Next time, maybe.
It's like
That's
the
great.
war suit,
Spider-Man will
the
return.
Wasp suit.
Mm-hmm.
It's all
About
these
damn
like,
time, yeah. Listen. Okay, one, that suit is not look anything like the Iron Spider suit. It actually looks like the different Spider-Man
The
that's
Ultimate,
armored.
right? Was it?
It looks- no,
it's
it looks like-
superior.
Not even superior. It looks like I'm gonna post a picture of it when I do the podcast.
Then
When I'm editing it, I'll post a picture of it, and it's also gonna be in my review. The certain picture.
No,
It looks
I've
like the
seen the
Iron
suit.
Spider-Man suit. It looks like the Iron Spider suit mixed with this other Spider suit, armored Spider-Man suit that I've seen before. Those two combined equal this. I swear to God. This obviously with the Homecoming suit combined. Put all 3 together, and it looks like this. And
I
this
saw
is
superior.
you can see superior, sure, but this is beautiful the way it looked. Oh my God!
Uh-huh.
When that opened up and the suit came up, everybody in the theater was like, "Oh
Yeah, everybody.
shit!"
You hear people screaming.
People were like, "Oh my God!" And people complain, "I want a comic book accurate suit." And the moment they see that, they're like, "Screw comic book accurate! I want that on screen right now."
Yeah.
And after that moment, and yeah, he turns it down. He wants to stay local in his area. Okay, good. That whole little line, Vision's not big on walls. I'm like, that's funny. That whole moment when then he goes away, Pepper Potts come back. Pepper Potts back, and she's dating Tony again. That's good
I
to
kind
know.
of liked how they like shut everybody up. People were like, "Where's Pepper? Where's this?" She's a
Well, they
flop.
broke up.
She just left.
But now she's
Yeah.
back, and everything's good. Here's the thing that I want to point out, guys. I did not point this out in my review, and I'm pointing this out right now. The press conference would have been the press conference from Captain America Civil War.
Yeah.
Not Captain America, but from the Civil War comic book. That was the press conference that he would have had if he had gone in there and revealed himself to be Spider-Man. That was the press conference right there, and he walked away from it.
because the Avengers don't have secret identities, right?
Exactly. He said once you put the suit, once you go try on that suit, once you're done trying on that suit, you can come in the press conference in here with us, and we're going to introduce the world to the new Avenger. That would have been Spider-Man. That would have been Peter Parker officially announcing that he is Spider-Man. He would be joining the Avengers team and moving in with them. That was the moment, and he walked away from it. Boom.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, what I'm getting out of all of this is that Aunt May is still available since Iron Man's not going after her now.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I was like, he just
They'll
called
get
her
with
May
the guy
too. He
that-
didn't even say Aunt May. He just said May.
No.
Yeah, that's right. They just called her. He even called her May.
Yeah.
It just maybe
He's
because she's a young aunt.
He's on a first name basis.
And he's gonna hook up. He's gonna hook up with the old Italian guy at the sandwich shop.
Oh my gosh, I missed
That was a great scene.
That whole little it makes you feel like you're part of the neighborhood. Just having him that right there. He's like, so is your daughter available? I'm like, what a savage. That's awesome. That part of it was great. Now, that was great because then when his shop actually explodes, and also when it explodes, you kind of you're aware of where his shop is compared to where the bank is because you've been in that corner like about 3 to 4 times by the time that actually explodes. You really get this neighborhood vibe that Spider-Man is in. The whole movie takes place mostly in Queens, right? Mostly. And then that scene in Washington Monument when he climbs all the way up there, you really feel the height that he's up there, and he's actually he's actually a little bit afraid of heights. And
I love those first-person shots.
I'm afraid of heights, so when he's looking down, you're like, I myself was like, oh my God. And that reminds you, he's still new at this. He's not even gone to downtown Manhattan yet. like we've seen all the other Spider-Men swinging from all those tall buildings. He hasn't done that. He's still Queens.
Remember the scene where you all like when there's like no buildings around him.
Oh, the park. Oh, that was great. Because I love that they went there. This is how different this Spider-Man movie is. They went to new places that Spider-Man's never done or never been to, like running across state lines, going to Washington Monument, running through a park because he can't swing. Stuff like that we've never seen before, and it was fantastic. I love that.
Yeah, it reminds me of that video that King Bach did, where Spider-Man calls an Uber.
Oh, King Bach?
I don't know if you remember that one.
King Bach, yeah, I remember that one. That was good. And there's lots. I've seen other videos where like they make fun of the fact that you put him in the country, he can't do nothing. So I love that this movie went there, And like as we talked about before with the spider sense, he does have spider sense. Someone needs to freak out. It's so that they didn't really show it and or focus on it, but he's got it. He's got it. No,
can we talk after credit scenes?
They weren't anything special. Scorpion. Ooh.
First one was.
Bro, the second one was by far the best after credit scene I've ever seen.
It was the biggest FU by Marvel, basically what it was. That's how like cocky they are. They're like, we're gonna mess with the fans, man. We're gonna teach you a costly lesson in patience. Meaning, sometimes you wait a whole long time for a lot of nothing, and then people are like, wow. And that scene, if that was by itself and it didn't have any of the other Captain America tapes in the previous scenes of the movie, it wouldn't have worked unless you've seen the other ones.
The previous,
the detention one and the one in the gym where he's like, and your trusty gym teacher, and he's like pointing in the wrong direction.
Pointing to the other side.
Oh, and he was like, oh, isn't he like a national criminal now?
A war criminal.
The Hannibal Buress is the comedian who was playing the gym.
Yeah. He's in this movie.
And yeah, when the scene cuts him, I'm like, oh, Hannibal, and then it goes like. He's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure this guy's like working over now, but whatever. The state makes me play this tape anyway. So let's get started, kids. The way he delivered that was fantastic.
He is like the best. He's like the perfect modern
gym teacher.
Yeah.
Hey, or how about when they're in detention, they're playing the Captain America video. He's like, "Take it from me, it's not cool." From a guy who's been frozen for 65 years. Like I was like,
75 years or whatever.
He's like, man. It's not cool.
How many of these public service announcements did he make back in... Oh, gosh. And let's not talk about how the movie ended with that big, what the This movie is just so fun. You don't know what to expect. It just ends perfectly like that.
Does Aunt May know? Or is she just...
Obviously.
Well, yes.
She knows now, that's for sure.
It's crazy how they showed that in the trailer, too, when he's unmasking.
Yeah, but you never knew what was actually like that was the end of the movie and so. Don't you love that when you watch all these trailers and then when you watch the movie you actually see which is the actual end shot? And the last thing I want to bring up about Spider-Man: Homecoming, a lot of scenes in the trailer were cut.
Yeah.
And you know what? The movie did not feel like it was lacking in any way. It felt whole. Like two things I noticed. One is obviously the Spider-Man and Iron Man swing scene. That was cut.
Yeah, we didn't get that.
I'm not sure if that would have been much anyways.
There was the scene where Peter kisses Liz.
Yes, exactly. That was
cut. We didn't get that.
Obviously, the whole homecoming scene was a much longer scene, but that was cut, obviously. And I guess
in the thing,
the way the movie was shot, the way the narrative was moving, it would not really have made sense for them to actually have a scene together like that. He was kind of a dick to her the whole time. He kept blowing her off. He kept messing up.
Yeah.
And we got why he was a dick to her.
And which is why at the end of the movie, when she's leaving, they don't really have any moment. She's kind of like, I gave you plenty of chances, and you blew with it, so I'm leaving now. Goodbye. Like, it's kind of like, it's real. It's like,
Felt like he was going to reveal himself, too.
No, thank God he didn't. That would have been bad. I'm like, nah.
I don't know.
The scene played out exactly as I wanted it to play out. Something like that. Because the way the relationship between the two of them was working, it was like it wasn't going anywhere. He kept having to leave.
Can we talk about Scorpion though? He might be the villain of Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man.
All these unknown villains, I love it.
Spider-Man.
I like Venom. Oh no, it's Scorpion. Scorpion as a villain is great, but I would say the same thing about Vulture. I'm like, oh, he's a second-rate villain. Use him as a quick cameo kind of thing. And but no, the Vulture killed us, so why not bring Scorpion? Let's keep bringing these second-rate villains and do it better with them.
The actor that plays Scorpion, I thought, like, when they just said he was in the movie, they didn't, like, announce him as Scorpion at first. I really thought he was going to play Carnage. I went all out. I was like, oh, shit, he's Carnage.
And then he himself revealed that he's playing the character Scorpion.
Yeah.
The character, not the actual villain as of yet. And
yeah, even had the neck tattoo.
And at one point, I saw him get hit by the car in the ferry. I'm like, oh, he's dead. And then he shows up in prison later on, and I'm like, oh, well, there you go. He's alive, and Scorpion's gonna come back.
Hey, I got some boys on the outside who would love to kill Spider-Man.
Venom?
Sinister Six.
Sinister Six or something. Something's coming. And now, okay. And do you think that when Michael Keaton's Adrian Toomes knows obviously who Peter is, and he doesn't say so, do you think that's because he's changing his heart and he's like he respects Peter now for saving him and saving his daughter and all that, or because he still has resentment and he wants to save Peter for himself?
No,
I think it's the latter.
You think it's because he wants to save Peter for himself?
Yeah, of course. I mean, he's got an ego. I mean, like he has a grudge against him. I mean, so he wants closure for himself with that. I mean, that would make most sense, especially for a guy like a Toomes in this case, played by Michael Keaton. I mean, it would only make sense. Like he already gave Peter his one chance for saving his daughter's life, so he's not going to. I don't think that he's going to hold on to that.
At the same time, look at it, the fact that he had the chance to kill Peter right at the end of the movie. That was his chance, but he gave up. He stopped that to get his loot. His main priority is the loot.
Yeah.
It's the stuff. That's his main priority. It was never Peter. He would kill Peter. He wants to kill Peter, but it's not his main priority. He had the chance, and he dropped Peter to go get his stuff. That's all he ever did.
Yeah, but I could see a vendetta now because Peter took all that away from him, and he's no longer with his family.
Yeah.
So
I don't think Adrian Toomes is going to be good because the fact that we just got another really good villain, they're going to keep him as a villain. So I think he'll be back as a villain eventually, and they'll maybe start building this Sinister Six around him. Maybe
it would make for them to
we'll see.
Six because like
Liz Allen's going to be the
fighting
villain
Thanos,
in
right?
the future.
Liz Allen confirmed to be Black Cat.
They're gonna need like a bigger, like a team of villains since he's fighting Thanos in the next movie. So they can't.
Yeah.
I mean, he was fighting a team practically, even though obviously Michael Keaton outshined all of them. But
yeah,
I mean, he technically was taking on a team in this movie.
Like I think Shocker is gonna return for the sequel.
Yep, Shocker. Because now we have Scorpion, Shocker, and the Tinkerer. We have like 4 Spider-Man villains in one movie, and it did not feel like it was overflushed those Spider-Man villains.
Yeah, that's what we need to give credit to Spider-Man for doing that.
Sony, pay attention to how Marvel does it. You don't just cram a bunch of villains and give them all backstories. You pepper them in lightly, and you have one main villain and use like other ones around him as just to pepper them in a way.
Yeah, that was how they made Peter so young that they could like show the villains before they became villains.
Wait, hold up, wait. This movie takes place in 2020 and he's 15, right?
Oh,
Does this actually mean I'm older? Does this actually mean I'm older than a superhero?
Oh my god.
Yo, he just became more relatable.
Welcome to the club, kid.
What do you mean club? I'm not as old as you. Shut up.
Oh my god. Listen, so now guys, let's rank all the Spider-Man movies individually. So we'll talk about all the which was your favorite, which was your least favorite, and then we're gonna end the podcast. So let's get started.
Least favorite, Spider-Man 3.
Okay.
Least favorite, guys. So how many Spider-Man movies are there? 1, 2, 3.
Spider-Man.
There are 6 Spider-Man movies. So number 6, Spider-Man 3.
Spider-Man
3.
Easily.
All right. Number 5.
Amazing Spider-Man 2.
I can't. No. Oh, I mean, like, I don't want to make it seem like the rest are bad movies. I'm just rating it. I don't think Amazing Spider-Man 2 is number 5.
I don't think Amazing Spider-Man 2 is number 5 either.
I love Andrew Garfield, like
there were
I said.
so many good moments, and I wanted the Amazing
I might think the Amazing Spider-Man 1
is
number 5.
It's actually worse, you think?
I don't know. I just like the Spider-Man 2. I just like the tone. I like what Spider-Man 2 brought more. Even though
maybe
it was
the villains in part 2.
It was messier for sure than Amazing Spider-Man 1. I just liked a lot more of what small parts. I just like Amazing Spider-Man 2 and other parts of it more, I guess. Maybe the suit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I didn't have a qualm with Andrew Garfield. I thought as Spider-Man he was great. He didn't really sell the Peter Parker persona very well, but I like the Spider-Man. I just wasn't a huge fan of the Amazing Spider-Man 2. I think Jamie Foxx had a lot to do with it.
He was a good like in the comic.
Number 4. Number 4 is
might be Amazing Spider-Man 1, 2.
Spider-Man 1.
Spider-Man 1. Even though that's like my childhood.
It's my childhood as well, but.
Well, a quick story about Amazing Spider-Man 1, Tobey Maguire 2002. When I went to go see it, there's a scene with where he's talking to Mary Jane in the hospital, and when I was watching it in theaters opening night, he says to her, "Every time I look in your eyes," and then some dude in the theater yells out, "You make me feel so horny." Everybody was cracking up.
Oh, gosh. Is everybody said this number 4? So we're going to number 3 now?
Okay, go.
Amazing
I'm
Spider-Man
lost
2.
with mine now.
Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Okay, yeah.
I can go with that.
Okay, yeah.
You guys
everybody knows what number 2 is.
You guys already got rid of your Amazing Spider-Man 2. You guys have like Spider-Man 1 left, I think.
No.
Yeah, number 3 for me is Spider-Man 1.
Okay. All right, so now we have number 1 and number 2 left. And of course, everybody knew it was going to be one of these two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy.
It's a tie for me with Spider-Man 2 and maybe because I've seen Spider-Man 2 more times, but I guarantee maybe if I watch Spider-Man Homecoming a few more times, it might even merge into number 1 after that, but it's a great film, though. Fantastic.
Dude, it's because they're such, like, different movies.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
yeah, they are.
I swear to God, Spider-Man Homecoming is such a different movie to the other Spider-Man films and versions as Logan is to the X-Men movies. It's that different.
I agree.
It's
if you notice,
different tone, different film, different narrative. It's mind-boggling. So it's hard.
The thing about Spider-Man 2 and Homecoming is they have the best villains. I mean, Alfred Molina nailed it as Doc Ock.
Oh,
and then, of course,
it's Vulture and Doc Ock.
And yeah, I mean, and I felt kind of, I'm not saying that he was Alfred Molina to me being a Michael Keaton, but it kind of reminded me of that you can sense the evil nature that they had in them. It's like they just had this kind of like, don't get in my way kind of thing.
I don't know. I might say Spider-Man Homecoming might beat it. I don't know, because Spider-Man 2 has one of the best heroic lines ever said, which is from Aunt May herself. There's a hero in all of us. All right.
Yeah, but that was a strong line.
That whole speech she gives is amazing, and it's one of the highlights, one of my favorite scenes or favorite moments in the whole franchise, and in all superhero movies altogether. It's one of my favorite scenes with her. So
honestly,
it's hard, man, guys. I don't know. I might say Spider-Man Homecoming is number 1.
The real Aunt May we deserve right now is like the secret agent.
She better get her own movie now.
Guys, I think it's pretty, like, I think we can't decide. It's still
if they were going to do that, Marissa Tomei, I would have minded because Marissa Tomei, but, like, I'm joking. I would mind it.
Yeah. Doesn't it have to be, like, too early to say Homecoming's the best?
It feels like it's too early, but, like, it's really not. I don't think.
Like, we're on the hype train.
I think we're still on the hype.
I agree with Liam there. I mean, I'm right now going to say it's a tie between Spider-Man 2 and Homecoming for me.
So we all agree it belongs in the top 2, either one of the two. We all agree that.
For sure.
Absolutely.
I'll put Homecoming.
We're going to end it with that, because we can't decide. It's still too much to understand everything. Right
rank villains?
But Michael Keaton as a villain, fantastic job. That was awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So let's end the podcast here, guys. Thank you for everybody for joining us. I hope you guys all enjoyed the show. Now you can follow everybody here on their website. You can follow everybody here on their Instagram, and you can. Someone's gonna have to kill that cricket. I swear to God.
Okay. Can't find him, man.
So you guys, So you guys.
That's the next Spider-Man villain, the cricket.
The cricket confirmed.
They're all bugs.
All right. So you guys can follow everybody here. I'll put the link in the description for all their Instagrams. So let's say goodbye to everybody. Liam, where can people find you?
At dc.marvel.unite You already.
Eunice, where can people find you?
World_of_Flash_ on Instagram and Twitter.
And Alexander, where can people find you?
You call me Alexander? Just
Okay.
X. X is good, man. X is good.
Yeah,
like Professor X minus the professor.
Now go on YouTube. No, go on the internet and type in XXX and you'll find him perfectly.
562, everyone. 562 Comics.
On Instagram, you can find all these guys. You can check in the description down below. I'll put all their links. And thank you everybody for joining us for the show. Remember, you can like, comment, subscribe on the YouTube channel. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, anywhere you look. And thank you for everybody for joining. And as always, remember, keep it nerdy. What's up, everybody? It's me, the Nerdy Hero. Just reminding you guys to check out tpublic.com so you can check out all my latest Nerdy Hero shirts and gear, as well as to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can check out my latest videos. And always, guys, remember, keep it nerdy.